I had just recently, at that time, in the couple of weeks leading up to registration, I'd started building what was then a platform for fitness studios to help manage and engage and retain their clients. And so wanted to kind of find a medium where I could accelerate both that product as well as just myself as a builder. Literally just stumbled across this class in the catalog and I was intrigued. It's everything I'd ever wanted in a class. For the first few sprints, I was focused on different iterations of that fitness studio management platform. That platform eventually, around the time we started the second sprint, it became an invoicing automation, which I sold to a studio in Rice Village. And so for the middle sprints, I was working on building out that automation and deploying it, going in and working with their office manager in order to get that up and running. And so with this last sprint, I said, okay, my paid engagements and whatnot are done. I want to just build something awesome that I'm going to use every day. I was laying in bed one night, looking through my camera roll, just seeing all the videos of myself lifting that I tried to pick apart and critique my form again and again. And I just go, I can build a tool for this. And so here we are. I built White Lights, which is a tool for powerlifters to analyze their squat form and get instant feedback. One thing that we're always looking at as powerlifters on our squat form is whether or not we hit depth. If you miss depth in the competition, if you fail that standard, your lift doesn't count. And so it's very important that we hit depth on our squats and we hold ourselves accountable for that. And so on our squat specifically, we're always analyzing our videos to see, did our hip crease drop below our knee? That was the first iteration of what I built. It was just purely a tool that uses an open source computer vision library called MediaPipe, which does pose estimation. So it tracks different body markers and how they move throughout different frames of a video. I used that combined with some of my own, my own special sauce, I guess, to just have a skeleton overlay of people's squat videos and check if they hit depth or not. Once I had that model working, I said, well, we already have all of these biomarkers. We can track all the other things that we look at in our squats too. And so then I extended it to track the velocity through different parts of the squat. Where are we the slowest? How fast is someone getting out of the hole? What angle is their tibia at? It eventually became a tool that analyzes all of those things, provides instant actionable feedback on your squat just between sets. And it was really rewarding, especially this past Saturday, to deploy that at our actual Rice powerlifting practice and be able to give, especially some of our newer lifters, really instant detailed feedback that they wouldn't have been able to get otherwise. What these tools I feel like allow you to do, and why this class is able to be so successful in 2026, is because you can really take something from 0 to 1 that used to take months in these 2-week sprints, right? Hence the structure. These tools are going to become better and more deeply integrated with our workflows, not less. And so the student who's able to go out into the world and, be most successful and kind of do things to their will isn't the one who rejects these AI tools and doesn't incorporate them at all. It's also not the one who completely relies on them and essentially automates themselves away. It's the one who uses them as an accelerant, who's able to 10x their own production, their own learning, their own building. It's incredibly important that students are exposed to these tools and, not just know that they're there, but actually learn how to leverage them. I think that's something that absolutely any education in 2026 should be prioritizing aggressively. And I think more opportunities like this are a phenomenal way to do that.